Welcome Raiders to another Raid Shadow Legends video. And in this one, we're going to be focusing and talking about something very important, especially when it comes to Raid. Most games have this, especially if you're playing a mobile game or some sort of monetized game, even if it's freemium or free to play. There's always going to be some form of FOMO. We're going to go a little bit deeper into this and explaining how this works in Raid, how you, as a new or mid, maybe even late game player, might be able to use this information and overcome it in this space, because it is one of the craziest places that I've ever seen when it comes to FOMO. So before we go in deeper than that, let's look at what actual FOMO is, right? If we look it up on Google and we can hear what it is.
FOMO.
Right? It's not homo. I got colors here, okay? That's actually Eevee's. You know why this is good representation? Because Eevee gets to choose its path. It doesn't matter where you go, you're still going down a path, and that's important. Anxiety that has an exciting or interesting event may currently be happening elsewhere, often aroused by posts seen on most social media. Now that's FOMO, like that's not in Raid, right? If we want to, that's like just the actual definition. If you want to see what normally happens, right, is the fear of missing out, is a form of anxiety that involves feeling worried or uneasy about missing out on rewarding experiences. These are rewards, champions that others are having, right? You see other people, I got it, and you didn't get it. That's how they're gonna get you, right? It is often linked to social comparison, social media, and deep-seated worry about social belonging. Research consistently shows that FOMO is positively correlated with anxiety, stress, and other negative mental health concerns. Basically, they use you against you. It's kind of effed, right? So how does this relate in Raid as a new player? Now, you're probably brand new, maybe mid-game, you're like thinking to yourself, man, there's all these events going on, and I can't do them. You probably don't even have Ultra Nightmare Clan Boss 1 key. What do? Right? And you come over here to the tournament tab. You know, you're probably thinking to yourself, I want to do Dragon, right? There's like a Dragon going on, and there's a Classic Arena, there's a Champion Chase. Oh, I would love to get the Soul if you went for the Fusion, but if you didn't, you're like, oh, okay, cool, I can skip that. And you're probably thinking to yourself, oh, there's not going to be nothing else in like 2 days, when in actuality, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, there's going to more stuff come. So it's, you know, once you get to like late to end game, you have more resources, and if you're very disciplined, you don't, FOMO won't really get to you. The best way I can tell you as a player how to deal with it, you have to think to yourself, each champion is work, right? Oh, cool, you pulled a new champion. Cool, guess what you got to do? Right, you got to farm those champions' masteries, right? That's energy, that's work. Oh man, I got to wait to get their books. But what if you're not getting books from Clan Boss? Dang, I can't really use the champion effectively. Okay, then why you're pulling for champs then? Maybe you should be farming gear. Sorry. Maybe you should be farming gear. Why? Because gear's more important than the champs. If you have an insane account that has really good gear, right, and it's filtered out, you can build out whatever you want. You can go to equip and see. I'll have a lot. It's a lot, actually. I have a decent amount of gear. You start seeing, whoa, that's a lot of speed, right? Because I put a lot of speed on champions. But when I'm not equipping, this is just for extra stuff in the future. As you can see, it's very small, only 1 rows, 2 rows. Some sets will be a lot more rows. And then when you go down, of course, I keep a lot of the good stuff, right? Like Immortal and, you know, Resilience, Perception, Stone Skin, you know, things that we're getting nowadays, Lethal, which you can get from free by farming Dark Fae, right? So this is something that people should be always worrying about. You don't want to get FOMO'd in Raid. I've been FOMO'd multiple times. So I'm going to tell you they've used me against me. Okay? When I first started playing Raid, I wanted to be totally free to play. I wanted to be the best free to play, like, forehead player ever. Bro, in 2 weeks, I broke my free to play. Like, my actual main account was a free to play account. And in 2 weeks, I spent over $200 in the first 3 weeks of me playing. I played a different game, Ethereal Restart, I went 3 whole months before I even spent $5 because there wasn't that much FOMO. I played another game, right, which I'm very, been playing it behind a lot. Maybe I don't do a lot of videos or talk about it as much. It's my fault, I know. Is Wuthering Waves, one of my favorite games that I'm playing, It is really good company, really good game. That game I broke my free-to-play because my first account, I have 2 accounts. One's really free-to-play. My main account was free-to-play as well. But I broke it because I wanted to support the game. I really saw the vision. And it's crazy because I was right. They got Mobile Game of the Year of 2024. But when it comes to Raid, like, their strategies have changed over the years. And as a new player, you have to accommodate for that. Most people leave the game because it's just too much. Mental, physical work playing the game, like having to grind, and then you find out you'll never catch up. So it just becomes like a mental, and like as a player, you're gonna get like burnt out, right? Because you're like, dang, I can't compete to these people who are actually spending, right? Because there's no balance. So when I can tell you the best thing to do is that you should always look at your account, right? And go, okay, what champion do I need? This, of course, if you've been watching all the videos on this channel, JayRstaRaids, you'll know I've broken things down. Okay, who to 60, how to look for stuff. But now let's say you've been playing for 2-3 months, and all these events are foaming you. What do? Well, you take all that information, right? The gear stuff, the who to 60, and now you optimize. Optimization and discipline are the 2 most important things that cancel out FOMO. Literally. You'll be like, who cares? I don't need it. For instance, I'll give you an example. A lot of people might be like, man, I'm going to miss out on Leonardo. I'm a free-to-play player. What do I do? Right? Like, I'm going to lose the champion. It's like, okay, you get the champion. Do you have other turtles? No. Are you going to be able to get the 5-star soul? No, but it would still be nice to have. Don't worry. There's always going to be something in the future that's going to be just as good or might be better. That's how Raid has been. I have tons of champions that I would love to use. But guess what? I don't have a soul for them. I don't have them empowered. And I've invested into these champions. Fully booked, fully mastered. Guess what? They're just sitting here. I don't even want to put a relic on them. I don't even want to gear them up again. I think to myself, okay, maybe Hard Faction Wars, not that that's out, you're right. I could build them out. Maybe Curse City. I don't even want to. And there's free gear removal now. Compared to how it was before, it was not free. You have to pay silver, about $1 million, to switch out gear. I don't want to do it. Now, sometimes I build out some people just as what I call meals. I just put some gear on them, take some gear off my account, stress-free, right? But I got lucky and I pulled April, and I was like happy because I would have got FOMO'd to go for her Titan event, and I would have been pissed. Because knowing me, I probably would have been like, oh, it's only like $20-$30. That's how it starts. It starts little bitty, and the next thing you know, you're in the hundreds, thousands, and you're like, oh God, what have I done? And it's too late. I have seen people's lives, families. No cap. I have seen a lot of stuff when it comes to this game. Okay? I've lost some sleep on some days. It is not for, this game is not for the weak, I will tell you. Okay? It is for people who are diligent, disciplined, somewhat intelligent, and people who are willing to just, if you say no, you're going to stick to your own stuff. If you're crazy, gun-ho, I'm going to do it, I'm going to go crazy, yeah. Trust me, as a hype man who hypes a lot of stuff out, I've learned for myself, and imagine how I went from free to play. You want to know how much I've spent and how much FOMO has got me? In about 6 years of playing Raid, I've been 6 official Raid official content creator for 6 years, but I've actually been playing Raid for 7. Now 7. This month is 7 years. I have spent over $17,000 as a person who can't afford that, because I was going to be free to play. So just to show you, right, as someone who's done YouTube, Twitch, account helping, because if you didn't know, you probably already know already, but I'm account takeover specialist. I was like, you know what? I want to learn Raid to its finest. I don't want to get kecked again, right? And I don't want other people to get kecked. So what I did was I spent hundreds to thousands, okay? There's only like three other creators I can think of who've actually spent that much time, the same amount of time I have. I have basically mastered this game. Honestly, I only play this game to help people out. I don't even have fun anymore. And I thought to myself, oh, what if I had more money? Would I have more fun? No, I I wouldn't, because this game has certain mechanics and monetization practices and other stuff that are just, they're kind of like traps. You know, you have to. FOMO is just one of them, literally just one. Raid has like over 15 different traps. So you just have to understand that. Oh, what is FOMO? Oh, it's just another trap. And once you understand that, you go no. You literally just say no. If let's say you have like, I'll give you an example. Let's say you have 655 gems and you tell yourself, man, I'm close to pity. I can go over here, right? I could probably, let's say somehow you saved up, or you got an extra 200-300 because maybe you're gonna reset or something. Something was gonna give you some gems, right? If you were able to buy this, that's a 10 pull basically. It's 11. Well, yeah, it's 11, but normally a 10. And let's say you pull that, right? And you're like, oh my gosh, I'm about to get this miscreated monster, or I'm about to get this certain champion right here in the progressive. I'm at mercy, and this is gonna go away. They haven't done this progressive, and who knows how long. I know that I'm like literally 10 shards away, right? Because at 220, it's 100% guaranteed, right? But at 200, it starts going up. You can see this when you look up in the information right here. You'll see that it tells you this, and then the mercy system's here, right? So you can actually figure that out. If you're keeping track of it, which you should, then you'll be like, oh, now you might get in this FOMO situation, like, oh, I'm waiting for this one character. I know no one's probably looking for this character, right? But let's say you wanted to go for this, and it's brand new, right? She just came out. And you're like, oh, I want to go for this. When are they going to do this again? It might be 6 months, 7 months before I can even have a chance to get this new champion. That's FOMO, right? Like, you shouldn't have to worry about that. Now, some people are just winners. What is that? you might ask yourself, what does that even mean? Sometimes you pull the champion without even trying. Without even trying to go for the champion, you pull the champion. Some people are just winners, right? They just get what they want without trying. I didn't go for April's Titan event. I got April. That's just how it is, like some people are just lucky and some people are not. You can't control your luck when it comes to raid. Raid is 100% RNG, good luck, GG, right? You don't know. You could go a year without getting a mythical. You could go 2 months and you get a mythical. It's 100% RNG. Now, there's some other conspiracies behind it, like calculations and stuff of how they work that. Some people say if you spend some money, it increases your chances. Some people say content creators have a higher chance. All this, theory crafting and conspiracies, basically. But in the end, it's all RNG, no matter what game you play. Now, my message to you is just don't let FOMO. I've been seeing a lot of new players and mid-game players, late game, telling me, man, should I do this? I want to do this. I want to do this. And I'm like, whoa, slow down, bro. There's a reason why Raid has become wait Shadow Legends / save Shadow Legends, right? Which means you have to be patient with these type of games. It's not like other games, like the ones that I've been playing, right? That have way better summoning rates, way better guarantees, way more to get plus or plus 2 or plus 3 of a character. It's just, you gotta be disciplined and patient, because these games are literally designed to milk you. There's no love. It's like a relationship with a significant other, and they say they care about you, but in actuality, they're just stripping you of everything you have. Okay? So, don't get FOMO'd. Stay strong. Thank you so much for all the support. If you want to see me on twitch.tv/JayRstar3, I also stream a lot, usually during the weeks. But I will keep focusing more on this YouTube channel and my other one, JayRstar3. I'll see you guys. Let me know down below. Are you strong against FOMO, or does FOMO get you? Let me know. Thank you so much.